Members of the Smurl family, Dawn, the twins, Heather, their German Shepherd, Jason, are all sitting here.
The Conjuring Last Rites. This movie is based on the true events of the haunting of the Smurl family.
She was found at the bottom of the landing, and she did not remember how she got there.
Monday, April 29th, year 1985. The Smurl family was preparing for a special day. They had lived in their home for 13 years, during which time they experienced a few minor paranormal occurrences. But this day would mark the beginning of something much more terrifying. The family was preparing for a celebration when a kitchen light suddenly began to shake violently before crashing onto the countertop, narrowly missing one of the children. Let's go back where everything started, when in 1973, Jack and Janet Smurl moved into a modest duplex in West Pittston, Pennsylvania. They shared the home with Jack's parents, living on opposite sides of the property. At first, life was quiet. The house wasn't new. It had survived a flood and some repairs, but nothing seemed unusual. Then, the noises started. At first, it was small things. Footsteps when no one was upstairs. The sound of a woman's voice calling their names. Drawers opening on their own. The family brushed it off as old house quirks. By the late 1970s, the activity turned violent. Foul, rotting odors filled the air. Loud banging shook the walls. Appliances turned on and off by themselves. Their dog was thrown against a wall. Janet was shoved down the stairs by invisible hands. One of the daughters claimed she was grabbed by something she couldn't see, and then came the most disturbing claims. The entity attacked Jack in his sleep and sexually assaulted Janet multiple times. By 1986, the Smurls were desperate. That's when they reached out to famed paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, the same couple from the Conjuring films. After visiting the home, Lorraine claimed she sensed 4 spirits, a harmless elderly woman, a young, troubled girl, a man who had died violently, and a powerful demon controlling the others. According to Ed Warren, the demon's goal was simple: break the family through fear, division, and violence. If you are enjoying this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next one. The Warrens brought priests to bless the home, but the activity intensified. Objects flew through the air. Growling voices taunted them. Even reporters who visited claimed to witness unexplained events. The case made national headlines. The Smurls appeared on talk shows like The Maury Povich Show and Larry King Live. Skeptics called it a hoax, accusing the family of seeking fame, but the Smurls insisted they wanted nothing more than peace.
My name is Lorraine Warren. My husband Ed and myself were called by Janet Smurl to this home that we are now in, just prior to the Christmas holiday, at the early part of December. On January 17th, we visited this home for the very first time, interviewed the families concerning the phenomena that was taking place to them. The phenomena began quite a while ago, but began to climax at this time. We are in their home again today on February 14th, 1986. Jack, can you give us your full name, the name of family members living here, and also your family pet, and when you moved to this home?
Well, my name is Jack Smurl. My wife Janet Smurl. We have Dawn, daughters Dawn, Heather, Shannon, Karen, our twins.
And how old are the children?
The Dawn is 16 years old. Heather is 13. Shannon and Karen are 7. We have Simon, our dog. He's a German Shepherd. He's 3 years old. And next door we have my mother and my father, Mary and John Smurl.
In a duplex home.
Right, in a duplex home. And my father's 71 and my mother is 72.
All right, and when did you purchase this home, and how soon after purchasing this home did you move in? If I'm not mistaken, your parents moved in first. then you moved in soon after, is that right? That they were the first to move in? I thought I remembered that. Do you remember the date?
Is that correct?
No, that's not correct.
No, it's just the opposite.
Just the opposite.
Right. We moved in first, and then they moved in.
Okay.
Right.
And how long ago, Janet?
1973, I believe.
You moved in. How far apart did you people move in? How close?
I can tell you.
I don't know.
We moved in here in October
Yes.
of 73.
Mm-hmm.
My mother and father moved in here in December of 73.
Oh, very close together. Just a matter of a couple of months.
Correct.
That's right.
How long were you in this home with your family before you became aware of the fact that things of a paranormal nature were occurring?
Approximately 1 year ago.
1 year ago, in 1985,
Yes.
you became aware that something paranormal was taking place. What preceded it? What do you feel might have triggered it? Was there any Ouija boards that were played with in this home? Was any of the children involved in any way with drug traffic, or the seances held in the home? Anything of this nature that took place in the house?
Not to our knowledge.
Not to your knowledge with any of the children, or certainly not with yourself.
In 1986, local priest Father Joseph Adonisio performed a series of prayers and blessings. Over time, the disturbances lessened. By 1987, the Smurls moved away, and for the first time in years, they reported living without fear. In 1988, the Smurls story was published in the book The Haunted, One Family's Nightmare. In 1991, it was turned into a made-for-TV movie of the same name. Jack Smurl passed away in 2017, but Janet maintained until her death that every terrifying detail was true. Whether you believe the Smurls were victims of a relentless demon or victims of mass hysteria, one thing's for sure: their story has become one of the most infamous hauntings in American history, and the chilling inspiration for the Conjuring last rites. Would you dare live in that house?
Members of the Smurl family, Dawn, the twins, Heather, their German Shepherd, Jason, are all sitting here. These are the 4 children, their dog, and of course, Janet Smurl. Hey, Jason.
Mom, I have to go to the bathroom. I want to go now. Mom, I have to go to the bathroom.
Notice that this stairway, as you're coming up, is very, very narrow. Now, Jack was sitting on the very top step. One of our researchers was perhaps in this area talking to Jack. They watched the dog, Jason, who is a full-grown German Shepherd, walk across. He wasn't coming down the stairs. He would have had to pass the 2 men in water to come down the stairs. And Jack decided to call the dog because he couldn't see him for a couple of minutes. And the dog came from downstairs up. No possible way that the dog could have gone from where he was up here. There was no other way for him to come from this level down without using these stairs, and he did not.
If you enjoyed diving into the real story behind The Conjuring last rites, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss more chilling true tales. Thanks for watching. And remember, some stories don't end when the credits roll.